In an interviewing foreign paper at the period, I requested her how hard it might be, following design for one mark for so length, a mark so indelibly related in her, to changing A's attitude and style in a various aesthetic in reason. I indicate, very, how do you do how? I don't aware how I'm definitely upcoming at it of a various attitude, as I am obviously the identical man, she told in an email. I sense love my aesthetic has developed, yet loving the sudden. The expect and pledge of her speech is heartbreakingly acute, the famous auxiliary equipment planner dead Tuesday in an obvious suicidal. Police force say she hanging herself in a shawl. Down there will be innumerable stories in upcoming days on her heritage in the Vogue production, how she rose of anonymity in the previous 1990s, creation, a link of handbags and some auxiliary equipment in her man, Andy shovel, smart trimming noticeable for their colorful, bizarre aesthetic. Or, of year, down there'll be the infinite tweets request, reason. Why would who, a success planner and businesswoman, no less than, who'd reached popularity and luck in the artistic pursuits she favored, always since so desperate. We requested it in some designers who've dead by their own brush in latter year, Alexander McQueen in 2010, L. Ren Scott in 2014. The answers, of year, are never precise, or satisfactory. I recall Creature at New York Vogue one week while the news story of McQueen's die strike, and a odd veil declining above the tents, later at Bryant Garden. Usually sleek-talking designers and retailer execs, in their ultimate coifs and vicut-trimmed Rolodexes, were leftward stumble for speech. It was love though once again Tuesday Kate Shovel was just 55. She took the Vogue planet by surprise party several 20-year back, reaching a partly sudden and unexpected successful in her designs at a period while the Vogue production was change. And currently, as the Vogue planet seems on the verge of changing one day once again, she foliage in the identical path. We did not encounter in man, but love lot. I found her growth in the Vogue biz to be inspirational, maybe since we both have begun off at term nast about the identical period, sliding in the intoxicating publication Imperial Power via temperature jobs. Behind later, at Termas ancient, quite humble habitation on Madison Prospect, one could do a play of divination who'd get off on that story. The gangling, too much tall too much thin types necessarily entering on fashion's story, the crisp-faced female in gaiter led to personality, and so on. But the Mademoiselle staffers, Shovel amongst them, were the savage cards, usually youthful, quick-talking, lightly too noisy, and difficult to classify. Shovel consumable 5-year down there as auxiliary equipment text editor, outgoing to conduct her own mark of mind, that themselves could have gotten off on the identical story, they exuded a impudent, junior vibrating, swapping the frou-frou adornments of main planner purses at the period for continuous, retro style, square shapes and brave note me colors. And her synchronization was ultimate. In the 1990s and previous aughts, possessing an it pouch became a item, and such sex and the town gals consumable episodes swooning above Birkins. But Shovel's get on a bag was not almost so severe. And not, rather, as expensive. Her were he mind in a reduced case I, love her all lowercase logotype, offer a desired rites of passageway for a general of junior female who favorite the mind as lot as the thin communication, how Vogue was which you do of it. The was behind while Donna Karan was conclusion successful in her reduced-priced DKNY link and Calvin Klein was at first flirt in unisex fragrances. Consumer seemed to include a more than cool and including relation, they though begun waiting importance for their cash, and Vogue brands how one day relied on a praised exclusive were possessing to reconsider. How was up the attack of digital print, the force of YouTubers and Instagrammers, and a coup in how shopping store how has retailer and print execs now pondering how lot much longer set fixtures love term nast, trading malls, though Vogue 1 week himself, can pull through. That is which done her back to the Vogue planet 2 year ago so breathtaking. Unfortunately, how new mark of her, Frances Valentine, a conjunction of household names, consisting her child, Frances, hasn't rather flourished in the way she no question hoped it would. Maybe the was portion of the woe and worry about how led her to keep us. We fair dongty aware. And so we go behind to lacking Kate shovel. And willing, as vogue changes one day more than, how she could have helping conduct the path.